So for the maturation remodeling phase, my first work or exercise will be wall squats with a ball. In this case, we do not have a ball, so we're using our resources. So I'd have the patient, I would say, about half of a foot off of the wall. He would have the ball in between his legs right above the knees. And then he would, if the athlete was able to at this point, they would fully go down into a wall seat. So just right about at 90 degrees of knee flexion, as well as hip flexion. If that was to end while maintaining the ball in between their legs. To record it for the test factor, I'd record the time they can hold. So we would go for at least a minute. If that was not possible, I'd record how long they made it. We'd do 3 sets of this with a minute or 2 rest, depending on the athlete's comfort level. If they couldn't perform 90 degrees of knee flexion, we'd go until it was too painful, we'd go to a limit where it was comfortable, or I'll just show you myself. We would go so our knees would mostly be extended still with slight flexion, and instead of going down into a wall sit, we would have the ball in between our legs, and rather we would squeeze it. So we would abduct the thighs and the hips. So we'd constantly be squeezing it, and we would do 3 sets of 10 for that. And then I record that instead, and we would try the wall sits at a later date. For safety factors, the only one I could really recognize in this situation would be the floor and the surface. So perhaps the athlete should remove their socks so that they have a firm grip on the floor and they don't slip off the wall. So ways the athlete could cheat in this situation would be coming further off the wall or going closer so that they don't fully flex the knees 90 degrees. So a good way to make sure is I would have a ruler or a yardstick by their feet to see that they're maintaining that same position. If they start to inch their feet off, that'd be a way of showing fatigue and them cheating. So I'd either stop the test there and record how long they were able to hold that position, or I'd tell them to move back and we'd reset from that position.